Greetings to the top achievers of Emalahleni Campus. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to your own Top Achievers function. Know that this is the first time we are holding the award of this nature for a distant campus. This means that you are special. Don't let anyone make you think otherwise. Please know this about your beloved faculty. We are the second biggest faculty in the university with over 14,000 students. These students are spread over 4 campuses: Pretoria West, Polokwane, Emalahleni, and Mbombela. Here are some few facts about the Emalahleni campus. It is the second smallest campus by head count in the Faculty of Management Sciences, with just below 800 students registered in programs under Human Resource Management and Administrative Information Management. It is also the second campus to introduce BTech, now Advanced Diplomas. In 2020, we introduced the Advanced Diploma Administrative Information Management. The success rate in the campus is 68%, which is below the faculty average. As a faculty, our #1 priority is academic excellence and ensuring that every year more students succeed in their studies. So as we celebrate your achievement, always have your eyes in the rearview mirror, because 32% of your classmates still need to improve their academic performance. What have we done as a faculty to achieve that? We are the only faculty with an academic excellence office. At Emalahleni Campus, the office is occupied by Mrs. Tembelihle Barnard. This office is there to ensure that all students requiring academic support receive the support in time. The focus in the office is first-year students, those on probation, and those readmitted after exclusion. So I thus urge all of you to use the resources provided by the office. Mrs. Barnard is waiting for you in Building 2, office number 14. Secondly, it is always my personal advice to all top achievers to have the spirit of Ubuntu. I always place my head on the block and go against the norm by saying it is bad advice to tell top achievers to only relate with other top achievers. It is my experience that you learn more if you teach others. There is no greater joy than to see another student understand a concept that they were struggling with through your assistance. I am thus inviting you, the top achievers, to offer assistance to academic excellence offices by volunteering as mentors, or even open your door to classmates who are requiring academic assistance. We need to improve the success rate from 68% to 72% over the coming 2 years. It is possible with your assistance and continued hard work of your lecturers. At this point, as you watch this, take this moment to clap your hands in recognition of the success that you achieved through this hard work of your lecturers. The highest academic level we are rewarding today is a BTech. This is just the beginning of someone's academic journey. I urge you to use your academic prowess to study further. The faculty can take your academic career to the pinnacle of a doctoral degree. Don't stop studying. As you can see, your lecturers also hold doctoral degrees. Let that be an inspiration. Lastly, get used to working hard. Make it a habit, because one powerful woman VC said, you need to work hard before you work smart. I congratulate you. I would like at this moment to introduce to you our guest speaker for the day. His name is Mr. Kid Nkatsu. He is the Director of Operations at Danone SA. He is a top achiever in his own right, and I would suggest that you lend him an ear, because you can learn a thing or two from this high flyer in the corporate world. I thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Kit Nkatsu. I am the Operations Director at Danone Southern Africa. I'm delighted to join you today in this great graduation ceremony. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for your achievement. You can be proud of what you have acquired. To gain a university degree or a certificate is not a small feat. Congratulations, we are all proud of you. Now, I have been requested to say a word or two to advise you in terms of how best can you approach life beyond university. Well, everybody wants to be successful. I've not met a single person who doesn't want to be successful. And that is a noble idea to be successful, right? But then it's often difficult to figure it out. How do I become successful in life? Especially after I've spent 3 to 4 years at university, slogging hard, that you acquire the degrees or certificates that you have today. Well, there is no single formula for success in life. Life is a dynamic organism, if you like. There are multiple ways, a myriad of ways at which you can be successful in life. But I'm going to talk to you about a few that I've seen assisting me in my journey and also assisting others in their journey. Firstly, at the end of university, you will have expectations. Expectations from yourself, expectations from your parents at home or your relatives, and expectations from the community. To say, now that you have this qualification, what are you going to do about it? A lot of people will go and seek formal employment. 80 to 90% of graduates will go seek formal employment. I want to work for a specific company and follow a corporate career. And that is a great thing. In South Africa, unfortunately, we're sitting with, relatively high levels of unemployment. We know this. Unemployment in the country is sitting in excess of 30%. It's going to get worse because of the COVID situation and the related lockdown procedures. So it's going to be a lot harder than it was to find employment. South Africa has always had this challenge of unemployment, chronic unemployment. So it's going to get worse now, beyond chronic levels because of COVID. How then do you approach, for instance, corporates for employment? I always say to people, you must distinguish yourself. You will get a lot more people who may have similar qualifications to yourself. But then how do you make yourself different? How do you make yourself distinguished from others? One of the ways you can do it, of course, other than just the elementary preparations, make sure your CV is professional. And you see, don't be shy in soliciting external help for people to help you to put together a professional CV, a CV that will make an impact to those who will be receiving it. That's the first step, okay? For instance, I've always used professional services. You don't pay a lot of money for it to put together a very good, engaging, and professional CV. That's the first step. Secondly, try and identify something unique that you are going to bring in that employment environment. Okay? Who are you? What unique strengths do you have that you're gonna go and sell? You are selling yourself as a product that the company must buy, right? So you must think long and hard because people are different, they are not the same. What are your strengths? Make sure you blow them up and let people hear you talk about your strengths and what you can bring on the table that others perhaps may not bring. So try and distinguish yourself. Try and differentiate yourself, okay? And only you know your strengths, okay? Others may not see it, but you know your strengths. And don't be shy in talking about your strengths, okay? And then lastly, I say on this point of seeking employment is that when you knock at the doors and you apply and they tell you that regrettably we don't have any vacancies and therefore we can't offer you employment, I always say to people there is 1 or 2 reasons why companies will say that. Under the circumstances with the economic meltdown in the country, a lot of companies will right size or retrench people, bring the numbers down to manage their cost. So what you can say to them is that, guys, I understand you may have a cost problem and therefore you're not hiring. I am offering myself to work for you for free. It sounds ridiculous. Why do you do that? It's because you want to acquire experience. Because another reason why they will not hire you is because you don't have the experience. I always find it mind-boggling when I hear companies say, oh no, we can't hire you because you don't have experience. Well, if you're not given a chance, how are you going to acquire experience? So you must force your way into the door by saying, fine, don't pay me, but I'll work for you for 6 months. Okay? As long as perhaps you can assist me with transport. If you can't do that, meet me halfway on transport. That will impress a lot of people. They will say, here's a young person who is so determined to succeed that they are happy to offer their services and acquire experience without being paid. Not many people will take that approach. But under difficult circumstances like we have in South Africa for employment, you must take that approach if the doors are closed for you. People will be impressed, and some of them will heed your call and they will open their doors. When you are inside, you spend your first 6 months, try and impress the hell out of them. How do you do that? You make sure you go far and beyond what they expect of you. And at times, take even an opportunity that may not be related to your qualifications and you are not paid for it, for free if you like. But what you do when you are inside, you go pick up a project in an area where perhaps you are qualified. For instance, take a job as a receptionist, or take a job as a postman, or any other job that may be seen as menial. But once you are inside, and let's say you have an HR qualification or a finance qualification, then you go to those departments and say, guys, what can I do to help? Is there a project you can give me? By that, you're getting yourself closer to where you want to be. I'm telling you now, a lot of decent people, reasonable people will notice. Lastly, not all of you will want to be employed. Some of you want to be self-employed. Now, in self-employment, I always say to people, think about the business second, but start to think about which social problem are you going to solve. All right? If you're going to establish a business in the 21st century, it must solve a social problem. We live not only in a country, but in a continent and a world that is fraught with social problems. Pick up one that you think with your qualifications you can solve. And out of that, you can then develop a business. And lastly, on this point, 2 is better than 1. In that hall today, there are complementary skills. You've got HR people, you've got marketing people, you've got finance people, etc., etc. Form a partnership and say, these are the services we can offer to society to solve their problems. And initially start to charge low fees or even charge nothing, just to demonstrate your capability. When people see what you are capable of, they'll come back and hire your services. So those are the 2 ways that I think you can approach life beyond graduation. Seeking formal employment, make sure your CV is prepared and is professional. Sell yourself, sell your unique proposition of who you are, your strengths. And on this point on formal employment, when they close the door on you because of cost and downsizing, offer your services for free. When you are inside, you acquire the experience and knock at the doors of the functions and department you want to be at. Lastly, again, to recap, for self-employment, find out what problem you want to solve in society. Don't be shy to form partnerships. 2 is better than 1. Lastly, I want to leave you with these words, and I like this phrase actually. that says stay away from negative people, for they have a problem for every solution. Congratulations again. I wish you everything of the best with your future. I know you'll be successful. Go and conquer the world. Thank you very much.
Good day, Management Sciences students of Emalahleni Campus. My name is Dr. Patrick Lekhotwana, Academic Manager of TUT Management Sciences Emalahleni Campus. Let me take this opportunity to thank and congratulate those of you who performed outstandingly in their studies during the 2019 academic year from first year to BTech levels. You really deserve a prize for the extra effort that you have put into your work, and I encourage you to do the same in years to come to guarantee success in your future endeavors. These students will therefore receive the Top Achievers Awards according to their degree of excellence in their performance. I thank you.
At the end of the ceremony, I would like to remind you, we are still living under the COVID-19 pandemic. So be smart, as I know you are smart. When you are in public, in the classroom, in the laboratories, make sure that you wear your mask. And at any given opportunity, sanitize your hands. I thank you.